Good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of our Let's Talk show. I'm your host, Andrew James, and I have this afternoon with me the lovely and talented LaToya Williams.
Hi, everyone. I am really happy to be here, reconnecting with everyone. And I pray that this afternoon that we really enjoy this show, Andrew. No gimmicks there. Good. I know you.
Yeah,
Thank
right. Okay, thank you. It's interesting. I've known LaToya for probably um, three and two, about 5 years, and we have uh, quite a bit in common. We have had some really interesting experiences during our time at Mackenzie High School. Just for the sake of the conversation, LaToya, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what was your experience like at Mackenzie High School, please?
Okay, well, I will tell you about myself now and then I'll back it up. Currently, I'm a mother of five beautiful children, one girl, four boys,
Hmm.
and really enjoying life. But I attended a St. Aidan's Primary School. I came second to Petal Peters at Common Entrance. She and I've been friends since nursery
Hmm.
school. Still friends up to this day. And then I went off to one Emerald to three Emerald.
Right.
Great experiences in those former years. Then I went into four arts. I repeated Form 4. Really didn't like that. But then I went into fifth form, did exceptionally well at CXE, went into sixth form, and did great as well. And my experience at Mackenzie High School has shaped me. I could just look back at those experiences and say, yes, I've really grown. So that's it.
All right. Tell me about your favorite. The reason why I'm asking you this, tell me what's your favorite subject and who was your favorite teacher. And the reason I'm asking you this is because I think surprisingly, for once in my lifetime, I scored first in history in two Emerald. I mean, that was like I don't know, that was like winning the lottery for me because it's the first time in my life I think I ever get first in any course that I can remember. And if you don't mind sharing with me, so I can comfortably say I took the first away from you in history in Form 2. Tell me who was your favorite teacher and what was your best subject, if you don't mind me asking.
Oh boy. Okay, good. So I love to read. So I will have to say English B or English literature.
Right.
Um, so that has been my best subject and my most favorite subjects. We had Miss Lisa Henry with us in Emerald, and then when we went into fourth form,
Hmm.
we had Mr. Osborne. He really made it more interesting.
Right.
We had fun in that, and anyone who knows Mr. Osborne knows that when he starts to go on with his craziness, but get and quiet and all, he just made the class more. So, hands down, that's my favorite teacher. He taught my favorite subject. So that is it, Mr. Osborne and English literature, my best thing.
So
Hmm.
Mr. Osborne was Mr. Lines, right?
Yes, he is. Still
All
is.
right, all right. You know what? We had some really crazy times at Mackenzie High School. If we were to look back and really reflect on the fond memories there. You remember Andre Pearson?
Well, yes, I do remember Andre. I still, we still would catch up now and again. So I haven't seen it for quite a while. But I know you have to bring up Andre Pearson's name, but oh Lord, you just get my memory way back to form too. So let's.
There was there was some kind of conspiracy, some kind of drama. I remember somebody got in trouble, and I think that one person that got in trouble was you. And the sad reality is, I know we're big people now, we can talk about it. I think my friends were involved, and when I look back, I should say that I should render a sincere apology to you for whatever embarrassment and whatever discipline we cause you to endure with the Andrew Pearson episode or the incident, if I may.
Nah, it wasn't just me. The entire class was punished. I don't know who got away, but it was Emerald. Always not a very nice class when it comes to noise and misbehaving. Nobody in there was a peach. We all had our ups and downs and all of that, but there was this one incident, and I don't know if it's that God rest the dead, the late Yvette Phillips. Miss Phillips was always in Emerald. I could
Yes.
remember One time she made a stand up for 10 period with her hands up in the air. And then, like, not 2 days after this Andre Pearson incident occurred. And I'm going to call names Vaughn and Steve. Like, my God,
Yes.
Vaughn Samuels and Steve Dow have been making me laugh uncontrollably since Form 1. But Andre, Andre does, Andre made the O class, everything. And I really vexed with the all boys because everybody took out and say we're not going to talk, and then we 4:30 we sit in Lyshus, and then Miss Phillips said, okay, go over the road, and then Devon Elliott and Quincy, I don't know who else going to talk out and talk the story. I was really upset because I was like, I wasted all day standing there, and they are gonna talk out. I didn't mind me more coming the next day because I did don't say I ain't know nothing. But the story was Vaughn and Steve brought Spanish fly to school
Oh dear.
in a bottle of water. That's my most memorable event of Farm 2, Andrew drinking the Spanish fly.
Yeah.
Really get it home.
Yeah. I think as adults we can look back. I mean, while I should say as a disclaimer, it was dangerous. It wasn't good. But I think it's nice for us to be able to look back on it as adults and just have a nice chit chat. And perhaps we can share this as a learning experience for our young kids to ensure that they never ever find themselves in a situation like that. One quick follow-up question. How did MHS prepare you for the real life of work? And if you don't mind sharing with us, what do you do in your current career? Please and thanks.
Oh wow. Well, okay, so being in arts, my aim was to become a lawyer.
Hmm.
I'm still pursuing that.
Very
But
good.
I did social work and law at University Guyana. So I might fall into the category of what one might say of a North American person. I have more than one job.
Mm.
So because I did social work at the University of Guyana, I started volunteering at Linden Care Foundation since I was like what 14 or 15,
Hmm.
and moving from peer educator and all that. Now I am the current social worker at Linden Care Foundation. We've closed down because of exchange of our executive director and so on, and because of this whole COVID-19 thing, we have not really gone back to work. But I still do my counseling
Hmm.
um, via phone. I
Right.
am currently the community action officer for Region 10. I work as a consultant with the Inter-American Development Bank in collaboration with the Ministry of Public Security. So um, basically, it's my social work profession that has placed me in that job. So I can safely say that I am a social worker in both capacities because my main focus is working with youths and dealing with social issues. So there's it. I am also the
Very good.
secretary of the Caribbean Association for Feminist Research and Action, which is CAFRA. That's a United Nations women's group that was formed since 1989. I'm the current secretary of that. I went to St. Lucia in 2017 to represent Guyana to deal with issues that affect women, mostly focused on domestic violence and ways of how we can reduce that. So that's it.
Excellent. I can see you're a woman of many hats. I knew ever since you were little kids, you always had it in you, and I'm not surprised to hear that you're leading out in many different areas. LaToya, thank
Thank
you so much for sharing with us. What advice would you give to current students of Mackenzie High School? Looking back, reflecting, what would you say to a current student of Mackenzie High School?
Okay, sure. First thing is always make sure, try your best to be on time for school. Do your homework, do your assignments, read. Because while doing your homework and doing your assignments, you are reading at the same time. It leaves that work in your head. So if you're constantly doing the same thing over and over, it sticks with you, it becomes practice. So when times come for examination and all of that, you don't have to be having sleepless nights and looking like a walking zombie because you weren't doing the reading, during the period. And I encourage my own children to make sure they do their homework and assignment because your coursework really, really helps you. And I remember my coursework helping me in fourth form to get first in geography. I had 24 out of 25 for my coursework, and I got like 30 something or 40 for my exam marks, but my 25 that I got boosted my grades.
Right.
So, that is it. Be early, do your assignments, do your homework. That stay focused.
As a feminist myself, I appreciate and I salute you for all that you're doing. I know women rights and there's a lot of social issues associated with the feminist movement in Guyana, and I appreciate you for getting involved and taking a leadership role there, and with the other stuff you're doing as well. Very nice of you. I am confident that you're able to influence change in a positive direction in the community of Linden. I have worked, yeah, not worked, but I've attended school with you, and I know you have what it takes to do a good job, and I'm confident that you'll continue to grow and exceed in that area. In terms of advice to our group, the admin of this Real MHS 90 Crew group, I know there's a lot of work being done, and they're working aggressively to emerge into a stable organization to ensure that there's proper accountability and transparency. If you were to advise the admin of that group on a small project that they can do to influence change in the lives of students, current students at Mackenzie High School, what would that advice be, and what would the one specific project be?
Okay, so basically, I would say to them that we really need to assist our alumni. Right now, the front. I visit Mackenzie High School quite often, and there is not the furniture there is not comfortable. And as a group, we could look in helping with purchasing some comfortable furniture, because I feel that if one is comfortable, that you'll be able to learn better. So
Hmm.
if you're gonna sit in a rockety chair, it's gonna distract you. So if you're comfortable, you're able to. How much charge for computer, please? Yeah. So if you're sitting comfortable, you're going to be able to focus and do the things that you need to do in school, not be distracted. So we can come together and work on getting some furniture for the school.
Okay, thank you for sharing that with us. Um, I,
Computer charger, please.
I think if you were to go into the offices, like I guess the head teacher's office,
Just now, Andrew.
and
Thank you.
okay, yeah. So in terms of seating, I think in North America here and in China and so on, and in more of the advanced countries, I always see the seating arrangement for the staff much more better than when you look at what they're offering their students. And my heart goes out to the students at Mackenzie High School. And this is something definitely I'll take back to the admin, and we can probably further have a discussion and a conversation. LaToya, I appreciate you sharing your feedback and giving us your input on these issues. In terms of because I trust your judgment, and I know you have a lot of experience, and you're always out and about. Can you tell us about an option B? So just for historical records, I did make a note of an action point being us putting some consideration and having a conversation regarding doing the slide upgrade for the sitting arrangement for students at Mackenzie High School. Can you give us an option B, if at all possible, for an
Oh,
action point?
okay, good. Also, the home ec department really needs a new fridge. Like, I see that fridge there, and it just takes me right back to like Mackenzie High School. And I go in there, it's like I'm still there. That's how old that fridge is. So we could do a fridge. We could really give the home ec department a boost in giving them a new fridge.
Right.
You know, so that could work.
Is it fair to say that the fridge works, but it's just old? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it works, but it's pretty old. It's very small and mm-mm,
Can do the damage, if I may. So
so 1980s.
I think as a
Yeah.
recommendation, I'll put forward that we will consider replacing the fridge in the OMEC department and possibly relocating the current one to, I don't know, maybe the staff room. We just don't want to dump it and get rid of it. We want to
Yeah.
act like, I'm sure they there's sentimental values there. I don't want to be seen as though we're disrespecting. So I think as an action point, we look into relocating the current fridge from the OMEC department to perhaps the staff room or wherever else it can be used, and look into getting a newer fridge for the OMEC department. LaToya, on behalf of the MHS alumni, I want to take this opportunity to thank you very much for taking time out to share with us this afternoon. I know it's supposed to be an interview, but it's really and truly, it's a let's talk. It's a heart-to-heart discussion. I'm so glad that I'm able to connect with you after 25 years. Is it 25 years? No, 20 years. 20 years. 20 years. You still look the same. You still look the same.
Thank you very much. Very safe.
Not much has changed. We're still two silly bunnies. But I think if we can work together, we can definitely influence change in the right direction for current students at Mackenzie High School. Once again, thanks very much for taking the opportunity to spend some time with us and share.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome. Thank you for having me.
All right. And I look forward to working with you in the near future to do some good stuff for Mackenzie High School. Thank you very much. God bless you and have a good night.
You too. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yep.